Next, we have to talk about AWS. We are going to create a free tier account on AWS and also do some changes on that. Like we'll create an IAM user with multi-factor authentication. We'll set a billing alarm. So in case accidentally, if we use any expensive service or if we have kept our resources that we have not cleaned, then we should get bills, right? So as soon as our bills are spiking, we should get an alarm. We should get a notification. And finally, we're going to create a certificate from AWS ACM service, Amazon Certificate Manager service, which will be used for HTTPS secure connection. So let's get started with AWS. All right, so just search for AWS free tier and you will find some links. This one, free cloud computing services. Let's click on this. And AWS has created some really nice video explaining you what is free tier and how do you use it. And also to check if you are exceeding free tier limit. So I recommend you take your time and watch these videos. But in short, I will tell you, we are creating AWS free tier account so we can use AWS cloud computing without paying anything or paying little bit of amount. Now I say little bit of amount because we will be crossing above free tier in some of projects. And when we do that, I am going to alert you. Now, since this is a complete hands-on course and we will be seeing many production use cases, obviously we need to go more than free tier. But that will be very minimum and you really don't need to worry about it. We will be also setting billing alarms. So if we get any bills, we will get a notification and we can clean our resources. So I would say just create the free tier account. Let's click on create a free account. First, giving up the email address. So that's what I am giving. I am now DevOps. Make sure this email address exists because we need to verify this. Do not use any fake details here. You can give an account name. So I'm just going to give the same name. I am now DevOps. And let's say verify email address. So let's get the verification code. Okay, so I got the verification code in my inbox and I am going to just paste it there. Verify. Next is root user password. Make sure it is longer and it contains alphanumeric character and even symbols. And if you say you cannot remember such password, then use password managers. There are many online available. But really do not give simple password. This is going to be your public cloud account. So be careful with this. Okay, next, personal account you have to select. And fill in all this detail. I will quickly fill this and go to the next step. Okay, next comes card detail. You can use credit or debit card. And let me tell you, if it's a debit card, Indian debit card, it will deduct 2 rupees. And for international card, it is going to use $1, which is mentioned over here. This is verification. And this is just to verify your identity. Do not worry, it is not going to take any money from your account. As long as we are in free tier and we keep our account clean, we won't see any bills or very, very minute bill. So I will fill in all this detail and go to the next step. Okay, next comes verification of your phone number. So give your phone number and get an SMS and verify this. Okay, then comes next support plan. So we are really going to use basic support, free. When you're working for a project, there is a chance that the company would have taken a business support. And let me tell you, many of the places I have seen people are not even using the AWS support, even if they have plans. So check when you're working on a project, if you have a support and if you get into issues with AWS or Google Cloud or Azure, anything, check if they have support and you can directly talk to the tech support team. Anyways, that is for later part. Let's just select basic support for now and say complete sign up. All right, congratulations, it says, and we say thank you. Let's go to the AWS Management Console. Okay, let's say sign into console. So this will be your very regular page to log into AWS console. And this account is called as root user account. So whenever I use the word root user, AWS root user, that means this account which you use to sign up for AWS. So let's say next. All right, captcha, password. Okay, now let me take a pause here and talk about this. AWS is now offering a new console. That means the UI, the website, this AWS console is getting updated. And this happens very regularly. It's really difficult to keep updating videos simultaneously with the new console. So you see new console now, and few months you'll see a few new things, and it just keep on happening. That's not a big concern, because the features and services that I'm showing you in the video will be same, but the UI will be different. So I will be constantly updating the course, but there will be a chance where I will be lagging, or like me, many other instructors are facing this problem. But that is really not a serious concern for you, because the UI will be different, the settings, the features will be same. So you just need to click, instead of left, maybe need to click on right, or maybe you just need to look little bit more. Well, let me tell you, I'll be constantly updating the videos, so you will have minimal problems. So let's switch to new console home. Okay, so as we are now in, we will check whether our account is really active or not. And for that, I recommend this small test. You see EC2 here, which is a virtual machine service, or from here also you can search for service EC2, and you can click on this. And if you get a screen like I am getting, like instances 0, everything 0, and you see the details over here, that means our account is active, it's enabled. Otherwise you will get some errors over here, which will be like verify your phone or card or something like that. You click on that and you verify the details, and if you think everything you have verified, still your account is not active, it is showing errors, then you check with the support team. So you go to there, support center, and you create a ticket, and you can chat also with them. You give them the detail, my account is not active, they will immediately activate it, or maybe take a little bit of time. Okay, now since we have our account, let's quickly do a few very important things, starting with creating a user. The user that we logged in is a root user, and I do not recommend using root user to use AWS services. We are going to create another user called as just IAM user. So find IAM service, click on it. Okay, so the first thing we see here is security recommendation. It says add MFA for root user. MFA is multi-factor authentication. So basically you will have a software installed on your phone, which is Google Authenticator, and it is going to show you 6-digit code, and every time you need to enter that along with your password. Just like you have OTP, SMS based, this is going to be OTP with Google Authenticator. So we will do that first, very important. Add MFA, and it says activate MFA. Click on this button, say virtual MFA device, and continue. And it will show a QR code. You need to install Google Authenticator on your phone, which is something like this, and you just click on add here and scan the barcode, and you will get a 6-digit number here, which gets refreshed every 30 seconds. So I will do that on my phone quickly. Okay, I just did it, and you need to enter the MFA code that you get on your app, and wait for 30 seconds, it gets refreshed. Then enter the second one and just say assign MFA. Okay, that is done. Now we will go to dashboard. Okay, so this is all green. Let's go to users. Now we will be using an IAM user. I'll say add user. I will give my username as admin, or I will say IT admin. and you have to select here password. Now there are two types of access types, so two access types. One is console, which is through the browser. Console means when you access through the browser, basically that's called as AWS console. And another one is programmatic access. This is going to, we will be using this when we use AWS CLI or when we use automation, like when you use Ansible or Terraform to access our AWS services, then we are going to use this. For now, do not use this. And one more alert over here. Access keys, secret keys are very, very dangerous if you are not careful with them. So remember this for your life. If you have access key and secret key, keep it very, very safe. Do not post them on public repository or public places. Make sure nobody has access to it except you. Because if it is publicly available, it will be immediately hacked and there will be immediate Bitcoin mining starting in your account. And you will see huge bills. It's a big problem when you're working in projects. If it's your free tier personal account, there'll be some limits to it. It cannot go more than certain limit and AWS will alert you. But for projects, business accounts, you will have unlimited access, and so as the hacker will also have. So if Bitcoin mining, if not that, then there will be ransom. And this one's very, very common hack that happens with AWS accounts. And this is only if we are not careful. Otherwise, it's very, very safe. So for now, just go with console access, auto generate password, or you can say custom password and give your own password. I'll just go with auto generate, and this password will be reset when we log in with this. So let's go next. Attach existing policy. Now this is what makes it very dangerous or maybe useful. Policies are permissions for this user. So I'm saying administrator access because we will use this user throughout the course to do many admin work. So we need this policy, administrator access. Go next. Next, review, create user. So I have the username and password. I'm going to download CSV and that will contain username and password. Let's close this. Okay, along with this, we need to do also one more thing. Let's go to dashboard and we need to customize this link. This is the link that the IAM user will use to log into the account, and it contains the account ID. And I'm going to create an alias instead of account ID. So giving some name. So I'll just say I am now DevOps, same name, or you can give a different name. So that will be the URL for the IAM user to log into this account. Save changes. Okay, next we will set up MFA for this user also, very important. Go to this user, security credentials, and we'll say assign MFA device, and same process. Okay, good. Now our account is safe and we have an IAM user, and this user has administrator access permission, and you can add more permission. I mean, administrator is the maximum, but if you want to create account for anybody else and you don't want administrator access, you can change the access also, like read access or a specific service access. Okay, good. Our account is safe, secure, and this is from others. We also want to safeguard our account from our own actions, which is irresponsibly, if you kept something on for a very, very long time, you'll get huge bills and you should have a billing alarm. There are so many horror stories about that. Even there are many memes floating on the internet about this. So if you kept something accidentally on for a long time, you can set a billing alarm and you get an email notification that your bill is crossing above certain dollars, and you can check and fix those things. Okay, for this one, we will be going to, not here, this question mark. Oops, sorry. They keep moving things. We will go to the billing dashboard. Let's click on billing dashboard. So you can keep checking this. I recommend, before you go to sleep, just check your bills, how much it is every night, or maybe once you wake up in the morning. But I'm setting here free tier alerts or billing alerts, sorry. So here you have option billing preferences, click on that, and here select receive PDF invoice by email, receive free tier usage alerts. So if you cross your free tier, you will get alert. Let's give our email address there, and receive billing alerts. So select all these things, say save preference. Okay, now let's click on this AWS logo here. Let's go back. And now you have to find a service called as CloudWatch. CloudWatch is AWS monitoring service. We will be using this monitoring service in our course. But right now all we need to monitor is our bills, and you need to be in this North Virginia region over here. We will understand later what is region means, but think of this as like a data center. Okay, so you need to be here in North Virginia. If you're somewhere else, make sure you select North Virginia, and we will go to alarms. We'll click on all alarms, and we will say create alarm. Select your metric on what you want to set the alarm. You should see billing. If you do not see billing, make sure you have put those check marks on and you are in North Virginia region. Then only you will see this billing metric over here. Click on that. We'll say total estimated charge. On that we want to set the alarm, and we'll select the currency USD and select metric. Now you really don't need to understand this. Now we have a separate section for this one. All you need to do is you go here and you say let's say 5. So if I say 5 and my bill crosses more than $5, I will get email notification. Okay, so you can set like that, and you can say go next. Now to set notification, it uses a service called SNS, simple notification service. We need to give our email address here. So we do not have any SNS topic. SNS topic basically means there will be mostly an email address attached to the topic. So we do not have any topic. We'll say create new topic, and we'll give topic a name. I will call this as, let's say, monitoring team. You can give any name there and give the email address and say create topic. Now this topic will exist in North Virginia region. You can use it anytime you want. You can just select your topic and use it. We will be using this later. For now, just billing alarms, and just say next. Give alarm a name. I will just say billing alert, or maybe AWS billing alert. Give something scary, but not too much scary, otherwise it will go to spam. Yeah, let's go next. And this is all our settings, and say create alarm. Okay, so we need to confirm our email address. So let's go to our inbox, Gmail inbox. So I get this email in my Gmail because I have Gmail account. Confirm subscription. Okay, that's confirmed. Let's go back. And we need to wait for a moment. Okay, there's a refresh button over here. You can keep trying that. Okay, after a minute or so, I get the status as okay. That is because my bill is less than $5. When it goes more than $5, I get notification, and here you should see alarm. Alright, good. 3 things knocked down. Created the account, set IAM user with MFA, and created billing alarm. We're doing good. One more last thing. We need to create a public certificate for our domain. We purchased a domain, and we will use a certificate to validate the certificate with the domain. But what that really means is, you see here HTTPS. Any website you see HTTPS, there is this lock symbol over here. Click on that, and you should see here this connection is secure. And how do you say it's a secure? What's the guarantee? So this has a valid certificate. Now when we set up our project, we will be also setting HTTPS secure connection. And what validates that is the certificate which is tied to your domain. So this certificate is tied to Amazon.com domain. Now let's click on this and you should see the certificate. So this certificate is for this, right? Certificate details, certification path, etc. Now, if you do not understand anything, whatever I said about the certificate, do not worry. We have the project where we'll use it. All you need to do is you need to go to the service called ACM, Certificate Manager. And remember the the region where you're creating the certificate. Okay. Now we are creating certificate from AWS itself, and this one is going to be free. You can also purchase certificate from other providers also, but we will keep it free. So we say request certificate and we'll say request a public certificate. Go next. And you need to give your domain name here, and you have to say star dot your domain. So I have a domain k8sengineers.com. Make sure you're giving the right domain here. I see many people are making typographical mistake in this one. Be careful, give proper domain name. And then how is this certificate validated with this domain, that this certificate belongs to this domain? How is it validated? Well, we can do DNS validation or email validation. DNS validation is quick. So let's give a name to the certificate. We'll say name. I'll say same thing, K8S. So I have multiple domains. I have groovy.in, K8S engineers, and few others. So I'm just showing you with this domain, whatever domain you purchased, give the correct name over here, k8sengineers.com, like that. Request. Now for a moment you won't see anything over here. Just click on this refresh button and you should see there is a certificate ID and it is in pending validation. So it is not verified. The way we verify it is we'll click on this ID here, scroll down, and you see here CNAME name and CNAME value. You need to create this record where you created your domain. So I created on GoDaddy and I'm going to create this record over there. If you still do not see this, refresh your page, you will see that. And now let me go to GoDaddy. Okay, so I go to my products and these are my two products, two domain, groovy.in and K8S engineers. I'm going to go to K8S engineers. I click here on manage domain. Now this UI may also change. So you just need to manage DNS. If you don't find the option as I am showing you over here, check with them or just search, you will find it. Just go to manage DNS. And you need to come over here, DNS records. Now DNS records are basically mapping that for this IP address or for this name, this is the IP address, or for this name, you have some other name. For example, I'll show you a www maps to k8sengineers.com. So that's one record like that. We will see how to create records later. For now, what you need to do is you need to say add and you need to select here CNAME. And here you give the name and here you give the value. Okay, so copy that. That goes in the name. Paste it there. And just a moment. I'm going to remove this full stop. Okay. Copy the value. Paste it there. Again, I'll remove this full stop. And say add record. Now, when you click on add record, it will tell you that this record should be like this. Right? When you're trying to save it, it is trying to create a record like this, k8sengineers.com.k8sengineers.com, which is wrong. It should be like this. So you say, yes, this is good, and save. Okay, so the record is created and our ACM service, which is this one, it will try to resolve this name with this value. And that may take few minutes or sometimes even an hour. Very rarely it takes an hour, but just wait for some time. So you need to just keep checking whether it is pending validation or is it issued. So keep refreshing this in a minute or 5 minutes like that, and you should see this okay in some time. So I will wait for a few minutes. Okay, that was like just a minute or so and I get the certificate issued. You should see that. If you're not seeing this for a long time, still showing pending validation, then delete the certificate, create it once again, and again add the record, because mostly it's typographical mistake. And if you think everything is perfect, you verified, nothing is wrong, then check with your domain registrar whether your domain is active or not. Sometimes you just create a domain and it's not even active. Okay, so check with, like, if I have issue, I will check with GoDaddy, I will check with the support that I created this record, it's not working, and they should be helping you. All right, that was good. And really good job. We have set AWS account in a very, very practical way. Oh, one thing is missing. We have to log in with the IAM user. So we will sign out. Okay, I just signed out without getting the URL. So I'm going to log in again. With my root account, I'm logging in with the root account. Okay, I'm going to refresh this one. Okay. I know I have many times problem with this. Wrong captcha, it says many times. Okay, see, it's asking MFA code now. That's how you are secure. Okay, let's go to IAM. And you can find the link over here. There you see. Copy that URL and just put it in the browser. And that's my account name. I'm now DevOps, and I think I have same as my username. Let's sign in. Oh, my bad. I have the username as IT admin that I have created, and I downloaded the CSV file which has the password also. I know I'm showing you the password, but this will be reset. So account name is I'm now DevOps, username is this, and that's the password, and we will say sign in. MFA code. Okay, resetting the password. It will ask you to reset the password. Okay, confirm password change. Okay, switch to new console. Nice. Now we are done, and you can use this IAM user throughout the course. Whenever you have problem, go back to your root user, and you can use root user also, but I recommend always use this IAM user. All right, that is all in the setup part. All right, so we have installed a lot of tools on our system. We have signed up on multiple accounts, and we have made AWS account useful and secure for us. All the tools are installed. We have signed up to these 4 places: GitHub, domain, Docker Hub, Sonar Cloud, and we have created AWS free tier account. I am user with MFA, billing alarm, and certificate. So we're going to use all these things throughout our projects, different projects. So wrap this up and join me in project videos. Thank you very much for watching this one.